Tourism has always been a major part of Florida's legacy, and St. Lucie County is very much part of that tradition. But have you explored all that St. Lucie County has to offer? From professional sporting events to pristine waters and secluded environmental preserves, from marine education centers and museums to diverse cultural festivals, St. Lucie County has something for everyone. So join us as we vacation in our own backyard and send you postcards from home. Hello and welcome to Postcards from Home, a show that highlights St. Lucie County's natural and cultural treasures. I'm your host Eric Gill, and each month we take a look at some of St. Lucie County's best known parks, museums, and nature preserves, as well as highlighting some of its best kept secrets. Today, we're going to dive into the Ocean Discovery Center at Florida Atlantic University's Harbor Branch Oceanographic Institution. Located in northern St. Lucie County between US 1 and Old Dixie Highway, the Ocean Discovery Center provides visitors with insights into the ocean and coastal research being conducted here at Harbor Branch. With interactive hands-on exhibits, a theater, live marine displays, and more, visitors of all ages will be swept away by the vast amount of research that's taken place at Harbor Branch for nearly 50 years. Part of Florida Atlantic University, Harbor Branch has a team of researchers and scientists dedicated to exploration, education, and conservation. Everything from growing fish for aquariums and your dinner plate to helping protect marine life to researching the world's oceans for cures to diseases. So before any more time washes away, let's go meet Dr. Jim Masterson, Director at the Ocean Discovery Center. Well, Jim, thanks for taking the time out today and inviting us here to the Ocean Discovery Center here at Harbor Branch. How long has this facility been up and running?
The Ocean Discovery Center is just going on 2 years operational. We started into putting the exhibit footprint together in January of 2007. Took about 9 months to get the exhibit footprint more or less in place, and we opened in earnest at the end of October 2007, so it's just going on 2 years.
Sure. And so you already had a building here before you opened this, correct? Because this used to be the original visitor center for Harbor Branch?
This was actually a large gift store
shop,
and was the original tour starting point. So the old tram tours and boat tours, people used to buy tickets over here, and any marine knickknacks and Harbor Branch souvenirs that people wanted, they could get here as well.
What was the shift, the change away from the visitor center? Because I know that was a really popular thing. I had travel writers come in sometimes when we bring them here. I think some of it had to do, after the hurricanes, you had to rebuild a lot of stuff. But I think also I read somewhere that you were getting a lot of federal government contracts, so you had to worry about
well, the hurricanes were the real issue. Okay. There were some additional hoops post 9/11 in getting the public onto the main campus, but we were working with those. We had to put up a security fence around our access channel, and people needed clearance to get near the ships, but we were still able to hobble along doing our tours. And then the hurricanes in 2004 was the end of that.
Sure.
The hurricanes changed our plans, and we had to rethink how to stay engaged with the public without the ability to get them onto campus, at least until we dug out.
Sure. Well, and you still have tours, if I'm not mistaken, for your members or your associates.
We do. We still have it's our Friends of Harbor Branch program, which is our former Harbor Branch Associate program, and we have a monthly VIP tour, and associate members and their guests are welcome to come on the VIP tours. They start here at the Ocean Discovery Center about 9:30 in the morning, and then you'll board a bus, and we'll take you to a couple of different behind-the-scenes locations, into our engineering building, into the submarine high bay, one of the aquaculture greenhouses. Sure. We've also just added a monthly boat trip as well, and that's being done with Audubon Warden Captain Chop Leger, who used to do the boat tours with us, and we're actually running one this afternoon. But once a month, we have an afternoon or a sunset boat tour with a Harbor Branch scientist on board, and that scientist will be able to tell you about not just what they're doing in the lagoon, but what Harbor Branch is doing in the lagoon.
Tell us a little bit about Harbor Branch. For folks that don't know, I think people are surprised when they realize the amount of ocean research that's been done here for, almost 40 years now?
Yes, that's true. Harbor Branch officially began here in 1971. and we were started by two friends, J. Seward Johnson of the Johnson & Johnson pharmaceutical family, and Edwin Link, who was the inventor of the Link Trainer, which was the world's first flight simulator. And they started us out here, and we've been going for nearly 40 years. For 37 of those years, we were a private operating foundation. Our scientists would chase down federal and state grants and contracts the same way the rest of academia would, but we had charitable trust monies and some private foundation monies to help keep things going as well. And the big change for us occurred coming up on 2 years this December, and that will be our merger with Florida Atlantic University.
I imagine that has a lot of additional benefits, because not only do you have some state resources through the university system, but you also have students that you can tap into, and it's a great opportunity for the college or the university as well, because it can be this is basically a satellite campus.
That's true. We're officially a research site within the institute. We're not a four-year school. We offer a lot of the marine specialty coursework that FAU now has on the books. Students come here and take that. We also have a lot of graduate coursework going on as well, but primarily we're still the research site that we were. We're now doing this under FAU auspices, but there's been a lot of wonderful synergy, and there's lots of opportunities for more synergy with the FAU off-campus elements as well, the ocean engineering that they do down in Dania Beach, and some of the biology happening at the Boca campus, and yeah, lots of opportunities for sure.
Now, you mentioned the engineering. That's just one division of Harbor Branch. There's also aquaculture, research, exploration. Yeah,
we do just about anything involving getting us into the oceans. A lot of ocean engineering. Our Johnson Sea Link submersible is an in-house. It was designed by Ed and his engineers and built by the engineers here. So we've got in-house marine engineering expertise. We do a lot of aquaculture. We've done aquaculture almost since the beginning of Harbor Branch. Since the mid-1970s, we've been involved in aquaculture, primarily closed system aquaculture, which is basically big tanks, using filters to recycle and reuse our water rather than discharging the effluents to the environment. And we do a lot of stock enhancement aquaculture. We're trying to further food fish production technologies as well that we can hand off to the private sector. We additionally have a marine mammal research and conservation group. They do a lot of dolphin rescue and rehabilitation work. They work with small whales as well, a lot of field ecology, photo identification projects, and a lot of basic health assessments. There are a lot of marine mammal diseases out in the environment. A lot of that we believe is our fault likely. We're living here in an urbanized estuary, and we're seeing some of those ramifications in the diseases that we see in these animals. Sure. We've got a marine biotechnology team. These are basically the drugs from the sea scientists that will use the submersibles to collect small samples of deep water sponges and sea fans and organisms that they can bring back to the lab and probe for interesting chemical compounds that might be the source or inspiration for next generation human therapies.
Sure. It always amazes me, and I know we don't want to knock a space program or anything, but we spend so much money going into space, but there's so much on this planet that we still have yet to explore and discover.
There's absolutely a lot of unexplored frontier right in our backyard. And in fact, we have spent more time as a species on the surface of the moon than we have in the deepest parts of the ocean. And 95+% of the deep sea seafloor remains entirely unexplored.
Isn't that amazing? Is that just because of the technology, the limitations, or?
Technological limitations and largely money. Yeah. Certainly every time we go down, we find something new, so there's no shortage of discoveries to be made. Sometimes there's a shortage of the funding to get it done.
Sure. Well, speaking of funding, I know you mentioned there's a membership program where folks can contribute on an annual basis, but one thing Harbor Branch has done probably in the last, I don't know, 5-6 years, probably even more than that, is the specialty license plates. I know the Dolphin plate is one of the most popular ones, and a portion of those funds come back to Harbor Branch. I know we have the ocean exploration one just because I like the scuba diver on it, but
one looks like it's going to get eaten by the
shark. Yeah, my kids like that one too, so that's why we
that's the one I have too.
Yeah. But part of those funds come back to Harbor Branch, correct?
That's correct, and there are 4 specialty license plates that help support the research, conservation, and education work that we're doing here, and that's the Protect Florida Whales license plate, the Protect Wild Dolphins license plate, the Save Our Seas Shark and Diver plate that you mentioned, and the Support Florida Aquaculture license plate. And a portion from the proceeds of those plate sales goes to support the research and conservation and education efforts here.
What about opportunities for volunteers here at Harbor Branch? I would imagine there's still a need for those.
We do have volunteer needs, and over here in my facility where there's a lot of education going on, there is a consistent need for volunteers. We have volunteers that help to run our film series, our Ocean Science Lecture Series, which we haven't talked about, but that is a monthly series out of season. Basically from April through December we have a monthly lecture series, and then from January through March it's a weekly series. And I won't get sidetracked from the volunteer question, but that's a wonderful series for people to see. So there's volunteer opportunities there. We also do have volunteer opportunities for people to roll up their sleeves, get a little more involved with some of the actual nitty-gritty at Harbor Branch. Those opportunities are less predictable, and some of them require some expertise. We have retired engineers that have decided that retirement doesn't suit them, and they've come back and given a lot of time to keep their minds sharp. Exactly. So those opportunities do exist, and they tend to come and go as funding comes and goes, as projects ramp up and ramp down.
Yeah, I actually wanted to talk a little bit. I did have a question about this series. I was going to ask that because I do know we have a show called Lecture Hall that we air here on our channel, and we tape some of those lectures that we run throughout the year. So we do try to get that. Of course, it's after the fact, but at least we're getting the education end out there. But in addition to your regular operating hours here, you're open Monday through Saturday for the Ocean Discovery Center. But you have the film series. You do, like you said, the Sunset Cruises. You even do sometimes I've seen field trips where they go to get a bus and go to other places.
Our Friends of Harbor Branch program is a very active program, and Patty Gibbons is the director of the Friends program, and it's been 20 years that she's been running that program, and they have been to all sorts of far-flung corners. They've gone as far as the Galapagos, and we regularly take trips down to the Everglades and to Lake Okeechobee and the Keys and up into the Panhandle, and every month there's something on offer. And the trips are open to non-members and members alike. The members get a substantial break on those costs, but it is a neat opportunity to get out and be a little bit adventurous.
Sure. What's the best way for folks to stay in touch with Harbor Branch and keep informed of what's going on? I imagine if you become an associate member, you get regular newsletters and updates.
You do. Yeah, the Friends get a monthly mailing with all of the activities coming up. And if you're local, you can always stop by the Ocean Discovery Center. As you said, we're open 10 to 5 Monday through Friday, and we're open from 10 to 2 on Saturdays. If you can't come in and see us, you can always find us online, and we're just at www.hboi for Harbor Branch Oceanographic Institute .fau.edu. It's getting to be a long address now.
That's true. I think that hboi.edu still works for a while. If
you Google Harbor Branch, you'll find us.
That's always the easiest way to do it.
But you can see what's coming up. You can also get a feel for all the different research going on there.
Now, the research that's done here, you have a core team of scientists and researchers that have been here for a while, or do you have researchers that come in and may work for 6 months on a grant? Or is it a combination?
It is a combination. We have visiting scientists, and certainly we have a very active postdoctoral program as well, where the up-and-coming scientists will spend usually a year and a half with us, and they'll be situated with one of our faculty members, and we'll do significant work while they're here. But we do have a lot of longtime Harbor Branch scientists here, and we've got a very energetic team of younger scientists as well.
And Jim, how did you come about? How long have you been with Harbor Branch?
I've been at Harbor Branch in some capacity since 1993. I began as a summer intern here when I was doing my graduate work up the road in Melbourne. And I worked here half-time after that, and then when I got my doctoral degree, I came back and did a postdoc here, and then started full-time here after that. So I've been here for 16 years now.
Tell us a little bit, how does the Ocean Discovery Center tie back to Harbor Branch?
Our intent is to be the portal to the Institute. And now that we don't have the daily campus tours, the bus tours, the boat tours, we need this more than ever. People are still interested in finding out what's going on at the main campus, and even if we can't get them onto the main campus, we want to give them a good immersive look at what we are doing. So really, we are supposed to be the public access point for the Institute, and the public access point for anyone who wants to become an associate member, become a friend, someone who wants to learn more about the Institute. This is a good starting point.
And how did it all get started?
Well, the Ocean Discovery Center, we realized we had a need for a facility like this. Once we lost the ability to bring people on campus after the 2004 storms, we realized we wanted to do this. Funding was an issue. We got a very generous donation from a private couple, John and Jodine Dewar, who gave us the money to give the Ocean Discovery Center a home, and also to give the Friends program a home, because that office had been displaced as well. And so we used that money to patch up where we needed to here, and to start getting the exhibits going. And we've had a number of donations since then that have helped keep the exhibits up and running, and keep more exhibits coming online. So there's always something new coming online.
Sure. Well, that's what I was going to ask. We're going to take a tour in the second part of the show of the Ocean Discovery Center a little bit, but what about future plans? And I'm sure everybody has a long-range plan. So what's the plan for here?
Yeah, we continue to be a work in progress, and maybe that's job security. But we are going to very shortly, within just a couple of weeks, have a new kids touch tank on site, and that's a 100-gallon tank. It'll be a tropical, subtropical tank, and kids will be able to interact directly with queen conch and horseshoe crabs, and
my children will be here,
and all kinds of animals like that, sea stars and sea cucumbers, and we're looking forward to having that be unveiled. We are hoping to, hopefully within a year or so, also get serious about breaking ground on a larger aquaculture installation. One of the things that people really do miss from the past tours is getting to see some of the big tanks, some of the big grow-out facilities, and I've got a couple of small live displays here, but nothing that gives people an appreciation for the size of some of these installations. So we'd like to be able to put in, basically just outside through a breezeway, a pavilion that has some of the larger aquaculture activities, and hopefully we see that happen.
Yeah, and hopefully lock down the lobster tank, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So they don't end up disappearing.
Yeah, don't take the samples with.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Jim, we talked a little bit about the future plans for here, but what about the campus of Harbor Branch? What are the future plans for that? I imagine having FAU involved, maybe that opens up some more opportunities.
Oh, it certainly does, and we're actually just a couple of weeks away from beginning a major multi-year campus renovation. There are several new buildings that are planned. It'll give us quite a bit more lab space. It'll basically reinvent the campus. We've had a lot of deferred maintenance since the hurricanes, and even some predating the hurricanes, and a lot of buildings that were definitely past their prime that we never had the wherewithal as a private institute to be able to renovate or replace, and now we do.
Sure. Well, is there anything else you want to mention about before we wrap up the show here and come back and take a tour of the center?
I think the best thing to do is to walk around and chat.
Sounds good. Thanks, Jim. Don't go anywhere. We're going to take a quick break. When we return, we're going to discover what the Ocean Discovery Center here at Harbor Branch is all about.